Hello, my mathematicians. This is Miss Foster with Math in Focus, Grade 3, Chapter 19, Lesson 4, Perimeter and Area. I'm super excited about this because this lets us get really fun with geometric problems. So the perimeter means the outside edge of any polygon. And I'm just going to draw this triangle here. It would mean that if we told you the measurements of these sides, let's say that this one was 8, and this one was 7, and this one was 3, we could just add up the sides and find the perimeter. A perimeter is a one-dimensional measurement. It just uses straight lines. Also, though, as we've been practicing, we have area. An area is made with square units. It covers all of the inside part of the inside space, the two-dimensional space that is inside this black square. So these measurements have a relationship to each other, and that's what we are going to start exploring. How can we use their relationship to figure out these geometry puzzles? So we have two geoboards here, and the map key, the geoboard key right here tells us that the pegs are spaced exactly 1 centimeter apart in every direction. Now, the book is telling us that they have the same perimeter. So to do that, I would just count every one of these lines. I know each one is 1 centimeter, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So this has a perimeter of 14 centimeters. These are linear measurements, they're just lines. Now I counted all of them here for A, but I'm going to do it slightly differently on B. I'm going to say, aha, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 4 on this side, it's 2 on that side. And then it's got these right here. These are like the extra pieces of line. So 2 times, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 2 plus 2 is 4. And 4 plus 4, including this one, is 8, 9, 10. So on some of these figures, you can kind of batch numbers together. But we find that we've got 4 plus 8 is 12. 9, 10 is 14. So they are both 14 centimeters. However, then the book tells us that they do not have the same area. Now, if I were to sort of extend the lines between all of these squares, I could count the area by counting the square units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the area of figure A is 7 square centimeters. The area of figure B, well, this is a row of 4. And this is a row of 4. 4 plus 4 is 8. And this right here, that would be 1 more. 8 plus 1 is 9. So there's something important to realize about area and perimeter. They don't always match. Here we have some shapes made. They have the same scale. 1 line equals 1 inch in any direction. So the perimeter here, I'm going to go around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 inches. How about this one? I'm measuring the lines around the outside, sort of like if I was going to figure out how much fence I needed in my backyard, which we actually did last year. We built a new fence, so we had to know how long each side was so that we could order the right amount. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Ooh, they have the same perimeter. But remember, that doesn't mean they'll have the same area. So I'm going to predict that they do not have the same area. Let's see if I'm right. To count the area, I need to do the number of squares because area is two-dimensional measurement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The area is 8 inches squared. How about the blue one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I predicted wrong. They do have the same area. So different polygons could have the same perimeter and different areas, or the same perimeter and the same area. Now, if I were to do the explaining down here, I would say that they have the same area because they have the same number of square inches. If I was to answer question 7, do they have the same perimeter? I would explain that they have the same number of inches going around the outside edge. And that sort of question is really to push you into learning the vocabulary for this chapter because there's a lot of vocabulary to learn with geometry. Now this puzzle gave me a little bit of problems at first, so I'm really excited to do it with you because it took some figuring out. They say a fish pond at the park has a length of 8 meters, and check it out. This measurement right here is 8. That's where they wrote it. And a width of 6 meters. This measurement right here is 6 meters. So when I first look at this, I thought just the blue part was the pond because I was thinking water. But no, it's the whole thing. I'll explain the blue and the white in just a minute. So this means that I have 8 columns of 6 squares each. And that means I could do this with multiplication. 6 for the number of squares in each column times 8 for the number of linear columns that I have going on equals 48. Ooh, that's a hard one, Miss Foster. It sure is. The book specifically chose to use that math fact so you could practice it. And the rhyming always helps me. 6 times 8 is 48. But for you, you may have a different strategy, and that's what the blue and the white are all about. So for the second method, oh, I apologize. Let me back up one moment. This is another example of where Math in Focus sometimes makes you repeat things, and they kind of take teeny tiny steps. So that's putting it into language right there. I apologize. Thank you for your patience with me. Method 2 is in case multiplying times 8 is not easy for you. And if multiplying times 8 is not easy for you, I do not blame you because it is very hard. So what they did here is they took 8 and broke it into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, because they are being flexible with their numbers to make this easier. And this particular multiplication strategy is called using 5, and it's super helpful. How many of you, like me, are much better at multiplying times 5 than times 8? Right here. So that's all they're asking you to do, is they're giving you the freedom and encouragement to make this easy for yourself. Now, each one of these rows still has 6 in it. So 5 times 6 is 30. Oh, here's the 5 times 6. And the area of rectangle B would be 3 times 6. The area of the fish pond, then, would be 6 times 5 plus 3. Now, they're walking you through this so you see all the different ways that we can record this. But also, this will get into a special property of multiplication that you are about to practice, called the distributive property. Now, when we distribute things, that's like passing them out, one for you, and one for you, and one for you. We are going to distribute this times 6 to both 5 and 3. So we're going to do 6 times 5 plus 6 times 3. And they've made you write it over and over again. I feel like I keep repeating myself, but they really want to walk you through all the ways of doing it, because they're not just worried about you doing this lesson. They are worried about you in middle school where you're going to need this stuff. So really think hard about this. Now 6 times 5 finally is 30. Have you been thinking that in your head for a super long time? Me too. And 6 times 3, let's see, 6 times 2 is 12, and 12 plus another group of 6 would be 18. And 30 plus 18 is 48 meters square. Now, some of you may be thinking, well, we already knew that up here, Miss Foster. And I'm going to say to you, yes, but being able to know how to be flexible with your numbers is super important. If you're really good at multiplying times 8, this may be the way to go. If you like breaking 8 into parts, this would be the way to go, and both are fine. Let's see. Ooh, this is a new one. So it says, Jermaine buys square foot tiles for his driveway. What is the area of his driveway? Now, in the United States of America, I do not see very many tile driveways, but I have been fortunate enough to visit places like Cambodia, where they often do put tiles in their driveway. So this is something that could happen, perhaps more in Singapore or Bangkok or Cambodia than here in the United States, but it does happen. So this is the shape of his driveway. And do you see this cool thing they did here? He said this is a complicated irregular polygon, but he can divide it up into two separate rectangles. So, what is the area of his driveway? Well, the area of rectangle C right here has 3 rows of 2 feet each. So 3 times 2 equals 6 square feet. D has 2 rows of 4 each. So I could put down that 2 times 4 equals 8 square feet. Now some of you may be thinking, oh, Ms. Foster, that's not how I did it. I did 2 times 3. And you were just using the commutative property of multiplication. These factors can commute all over the place. So if I add these together, it would be 6 plus 8 equals 14. And then once again, they're breaking this into microsteps for you. The area of the driveway is 14 square feet. They are also trying to remind you that a super good strategy in math is to write your answer to word problems in the form of a complete sentence. So that's another reason why they have that there. Ooh, the Campo family has an L-shaped swimming pool in their backyard. What is the total area of the swimming pool, meters squared? Well, I think it would be easier for me if I draw a line right here and divide this up into 2 separate triangles. But you may be thinking, Ms. Foster, I don't want the line to go there. I want the line to go right here. Either way is fine. So since you like this way better, I'll do this one. The area of the swimming pool for this little bit here, well, let me see. All of it is 10. But this part right here is 4 meters. I also notice that all of the angles here are right angles. And that means that this line up here at the top, this edge, is parallel to this edge, is parallel to this edge. So if I know that this is 10 and this is 4 up here, 10 minus 4 would be 6. So I'm going to get yet another color here. So this red rectangle right here is going to be 3 meters times 6 meters. And that will work out to 18 meters squared for the area of just this part. Let's grab another color over here for this rectangle. I know that this part is 4, but right here I have 6 and I don't know about this part, except I do, because I can add 6 to 3 to find out this whole length over here is 9 meters. That means I have 4 meters across 4 columns of 9 square meters each. So let me see. 4 times 9 will give me 36. If I add 36, and you know what? I'm deciding I'm not liking that yellow. It's too late. If I add 36 with 18, then I will have the area for the whole composite shape. 6 plus 8 is 14. I will do some regrouping here and get that 10 into the tens place. 3 plus 1 is 5. And so the total area of the swimming pool is 54 meters squared. Wow, so many interesting problems here. I even got too many. They take a while, don't they? So draw lines, be flexible, think of what you understand about parallel lines and perpendicular lines and measurement. Have fun playing with area and perimeter. You have the workbook pages 223 to 228. You have an answer key set on Seesaw. And if you have questions, rewatch the video if you like. Come see it at my office hours or send me a note on Seesaw. Hey guys, thanks for playing math with me. I love area and perimeter problems. Bye-bye for now.